I remember learning in science class that the only constant in the universe is change. And what that means is that basically the only thing that's guaranteed is that everything is going to change. And of course, we as humans don't like that very much, because when we get into a good groove, we want to stay there forever. Today we have an astrological event. It's Venus, the planet of love, relationships, trust, comfort, and abundance, is creating a square, which is a 90-degree angle, with Pluto, which is the planet of power, control, shadow, and the deepest emotions within the human experience. So when Venus creates a square to Pluto, what that means is that within our relationships, there is guaranteed change. And when we're not ready, or when we don't want that change to happen, what we will do as humans is cling to what we have. And when we cling to what we have, what we're doing is we're not validating the need for change. We're not validating the reality that people change. If we adapt, doors open. Things go smoothly-ish. There is room for mutual growth. But if we don't adapt, if we refuse to acknowledge change, if we cling to what exists without being willing to let go and see what blossoms, that in itself becomes the problem. I once heard the problem is not the problem is your attitude about the problem. Understand? So these are the themes that are going to come up today. Now, what it makes it really interesting, the Death card again. Death card is associated with Scorpio, and Scorpio is associated with Pluto. What I was going to say is that what makes today really interesting is that Venus squares Pluto and Pluto is standing still, because tomorrow Pluto goes retrograde. So there's a sense that even if we've experienced this power dynamic, this shadow, this change, this fear, even if we've experienced it before, we might even have like a slow motion experience this time where we're like, whoa, wait a minute. And we become aware that a choice needs to be made. We become aware that maybe a pattern or a cord needs to be cut. And if we are willing to just let things evolve, we open the door to new possibilities. But if we cling to what used to exist, we end up in this like in-between world where nothing makes sense and we're always afraid. So face your fears, welcome change, even if it feels scary. Be willing to adapt, and today could really bring you some awakening truths, some realizations, some keys to the future that you might have otherwise missed. Stay curious, my friends. I'm Erin. I'm QueenBeeTarot. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.